breakdown of the final rounds. NFL Pick'em League featured 18 NFL weeks, over 272 picks, had our first 200 game winner, all right, ever in tournament champions history. And now we've gone through 7 rounds. We started the Pick'em League with 112. Now we're down to just 14. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the results. Let's zoom in. Okay. These are the results for Saturday, the best of 3. JL 103, which is the lowest seed on the board at 64, did defeat Dylan. Most of the lower seeds lost, except for, of course, JL 103. Green Bay Chris swept his opponent, Micah Sims. Shirley defeated Scotty 3-0. Laporte defeated Joby 2-1. Kaufman and Patrick, a.k.a. Athletic Dashy, advanced. Brandon Rogers, you're not really easy to get a hold of. And like I explained to you, Monday was part of the pick'em process for the Vikings-Rams game. You did not contact me throughout the week. I've been DMing you, trying to get you to decide if you were going to pick from that game or pass it to your opponent. And you never answered me. That's why I had to disqualify you. It's nothing personal. Same thing with Spider. And with that being said, Desert Eagle 90 defeats Herbert 2-0. Nate defeats Kristen 2-1. So there were some upsets, for the most part. Now we're in Division 7. And this round, like I said, was a best of 2. Each person got to pick one of the 2 games on Sunday. Most people surprisingly picked Eagles over the Rams. I saw that coming. And then the other people backdoored and picked Buffalo. So if you're the lower seed, you had to have won both games. And that just didn't happen. If the Rams would have came out and beat the Eagles, all these lower seeds probably would have advanced for most of them, actually. Actually, most of them would have advanced except for 3. But because the Rams did not score on that final drive and defeat the Eagles, and the Eagles were picked by majority of the higher seeds, they had already won the one game that they needed to win. And then so 1, 2, 3, 4 of the series, it was a sweep, 2-0. The rest were ties. Fortunately, it was a best of 2, and that's the best that I could do. So all the higher seeds won. So the top 14 are remaining. 18 is the lowest seed. Okay? So if you look at the rounds prior to that, right? So if you want to go to where we started with 107 people, notice how all the people ranked in the hundreds are all eliminated after 7 rounds. So the lower you're ranked, you have to continue your path. Your path is a lot harder to win a championship versus people who finished at the top, receive buys and whatever. It's like the NFL playoffs. It's the same thing. And the rounds are a lot bigger. As you can see, it was the best of 15, it was the best of 13, and then the best of 17, including one college football game. And then once we got to the wildcard games, it was the best of 3 for the first 3 rounds. But like I said, if you see the as the rounds go, the lower the number is not as low. Like 86 was the lowest seed, right? So not a 100 game winner made the third or made that 4th round. Really, this was the 4th round here. I don't know why I put 3rd, but it really was technically 4. Let me type that in. And then this one is round 5. So yeah, I had to put that right there. And see, so the numbers get lower and lower. Most of the lower seeds got eliminated in this round as well. And so now we go to divisional round. And, 64 is yet the lowest number. So JL 103, he did make a run for it. I'll give him that. He was like the Cinderella of the tournament. And Brandon Lott, he lost 2 games to 1. Unfortunately, he didn't win, didn't advance past that point. He got eliminated. But, it is what it is. This is part of the league. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, so let's go ahead and go to Division 7, where, like I said, the higher seeds only needed to win 1 game. It was the best of 2, a double round robin. If you were a lower seed, you had to have won 2 games. And 4 of them didn't win any. They lost 2-0, while the others had to split. Unfortunately, split's not good enough. You needed to have won 2 games. So now that went from 28 to 14 remaining on the board. So let's go ahead and go through what people picked for these remaining games. So the last 4 rounds, the Super Bowl, AFC Championship, NFC Championship game, and the College Football Championship game that takes place today. These are the matchups, and it goes by the seed number, right? So 3 plays 18, that's the highest versus the lowest. 4 plays 15, 5, 13, 6, 12, 7, 11, 8, and 10. The top two of the 14 got a bye. So Joshua Denoncourt and Trent were number 1 and number 2. So they automatically are in the NFC Championship game, and I'd let them know, hey, you have till Saturday to make your pick. Do you want the Eagles or Commanders? And both of them had picked Philly. So whoever their opponent is, whoever it is here, will automatically have the Commanders by default. So we won't know yet till tonight's game is concluded. So we're going to have 12 people go into battle. 6 are going to get eliminated. We're going to be down to the final 8 after tonight. We're going to go from 14 to 8, and those 8 will compete in the NFC Championship game, Eagles and Washington. And there are 2 high seeds available, which means the 2 highest numbers of the advancing winners will automatically get to pick who they want for that game, while the lower seeds are automatically given their team. Doesn't mean they can't win. It just means the odds are stacked against them. So with that being said, we have the official final 14. We started this Pick'em League 112. We're now down to 14 remaining. 14 contestants, right? So tonight's game is Ohio State taking on Notre Dame. That is part of the tournament Pick'em League. And so it's a one-game winner-take-all. The higher seed gets to possess the pick. So John Alves picked OSU, giving his opponent Notre Dame. Thanasis picked Ohio State, giving Kim123 Notre Dame. Morgan picked Ohio State. He gave Eddie Notre Dame. Casey Kid 192 picked OSU as well, giving Austin H Notre Dame. Now, BJM did pick Notre Dame Fighting Irish to win, giving Greg OSU. And Jesus picked OSU, giving Kyle Notre Dame. So we got one person out of the 6 that said Notre Dame was going to win. So if OSU wins, that means John Alves and Thanasis will be the highest seeds of the advancing winner. So it would be 3 would be John, 4 would be Thanasis, and then they get to pick who they want out of Eagles and Washington, giving their opponent that. Now let's say if Notre Dame wins, right? So a bunch of these lower seeds would win. So BJM would be 7. He would be the acting 3rd seed because he would be the highest advancing winner. So he would go right here, and then he gets to pick who he wants, Eagles and Commanders. He's an Eagles fan, so I already know who he's going to pick. He's going to pick Philly. And then, of course, the next seed, which will be the highest seed, will be 10 Kyle. So then he would go there. He'd either pick Eagles or Commanders. And then your opponents that just fill up these spots would just all have Commanders or whatever, depending if Kyle would gamble with the Commanders with his pick. Don't know for sure. So tonight we will figure out who wins. Ohio State, Notre Dame. And like I said, we're going to go from 14 to 8. So Joshua Denoncourt, Trent, congratulations. You don't have to participate in this. So once we're down to 8, which will be the NFC Championship games, the first game to take place, whoever wins will advance to the Final 4, which will be another game. And the 2 highest seeds get to pick who they want for Chiefs and Bills, and then give their opponent the opposing team they didn't pick, and it's a one-game winner-take-all. Once that game is concluded, the final 2 contestants go to Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th, 2025, and the higher seed gets to pick who they want. Do they want, whoever the representatives are, but they get to possess the pick, and then the lower seed entering that of the 2 gets the team that their opponent gave them, essentially. So, and then we just, we'll determine the champion. So 14 names are left on the board. Of the 14 names, I don't think any of them won ever. They've never won a championship in my Pick'em League as far as the NFL Pick'em League tournament. So we will have a new champion winner here. So we're going to have some pretty, unique names. Trent, former Trash Talk Circle guy. Kyle DeLesto, former Trash Talk Circle from the Dolphins video makers. Casey Kidd used to be, a big Kansas City Chiefs video maker. He doesn't really, go on there. Austin H, I think is Panthers video maker. Eddie, we all know him. He's, a Seattle Seahawks video maker. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of former Trash Talk Circle guys that are still, in the dance, that are still part of this Pick'em League. And, it was a fun season, definitely. Having to stay up late at night, grading picks, doing 3 hours a week of my life, having to commit to this Pick'em League tournament and to go through the grueling weeks of the playoffs and all that. Now to be down to 14, it's a lot easier for me, a lot less stressful. And, it's just the best of one. So the final 4 rounds, we're now officially heading into round 8. And then this is going to be round 9, round 10, round 11. So we got 11 rounds total in this tournament pick 'em. And if anybody's watching that may be interested, it is free to join. You're welcome to join next year. Facebook is where I have a group page where we post the weekly results and stuff like that. YouTube visual is just for like people who don't have the Facebook or whatever. So I just kind of just go on there and explain it. And I also do other pick'em leagues. We do baseball, we do college football, we do NBA too. So, but we just do a sample size of games. We don't pick every day because that's just too long. I'm not doing basketball every day, but we did it for the NBA Cup, like a 120 game season. Then we did a playoff and stuff. We had 36, or no, we had 44 people, I think, participating. Highest amount ever I had for an NBA pick'em league. And NFL, we had 112. Now we're down to 14. Baseball, I usually get around 35, 40 people. College football, about around the same, in the 30s and 40s. But of course, the NFL is the biggest one. And so, what does the winner get? And I thought about this. I'm actually in contact with a friend of mine who used to make championship belts for me. And I think I'm going to bring back the tournament championship belt, sort of like the WWE championship. You get your main template. You could put your name on there. You could put like the skyline of the city you live in the back, or your team city. And you could put like the logo of your team, AFC, on one template, and you could put like your last name on a template. It's really cool. So, we can have your name engraved in there. So I definitely want to, get more people involved next year. I'm looking forward to probably trying to get more women to join. I think this year I kind of took a hit, and only about maybe, I think about 8 women participated, and I'm trying to get more, you know, and so I'm going to try to work on that a little bit next year. But yeah, we are down to the final 14. This is it. The final 14 contestants. If you are at this point, congratulations. You have a chance to win the tournament champions with 4 rounds remaining. So who wins tonight? Is it going to be OSU or is it going to be Notre Dame? The game is at 6:30. This is the reveal of everyone's picks. The higher seeds did decided who they wanted for this round. They want the Eagles over the Commanders. So like I said, we're going to wait till this game plays out tonight. Then we're going to determine what the final 8 are. And of course, I'll be posting that and then who the matchups are and then who picked what and then go from there. So, yeah, this thing is going to be over with. Wow. Another successful tournament I've run, another successful season that I've run in Pick'ems. And like I said, if you want to join, it's free to join. You can always let me know. If you have Facebook, it's great. If not, you can always make a sock account. You don't necessarily have to have your real Facebook. Some people do that too. They'll just make have a sock account to say this so and so. I'd like to join or whatever, or I'd like to see the group page because that's where you post the results. You can see all the people that are in the tournament. I think I got like 180 people total for like all the tournaments, and some people that aren't previously or not in it anymore, but they just kind of hang around in case they want to come back. And of course, I get people that come back. They'll take a couple of years off, come back, stuff like that. So, it's fun. It gives you kind of something to do, and you can kind of challenge your mind a little bit. And it's just straight picks. You just pick the winners of each game before they're played. I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. But anyways, with that being said, we're down to 14 left. So congratulations to Joshua Denicourt, Trent, John Alvis, Thanasis, Morgan, Casey Kidd, BJM, Jesus, Kyle DeLesto, Greg, Austin H., Eddie Taylor, Kim123, and Berger. You guys are the final 14 contestants. And after tonight, we will be officially eliminating 6 people will be going home. So who wins tonight? Is it going to be OSU or is it going to be Notre Dame? And we are going to find that out. And tonight's going to be a damn good game. OSU and Notre Dame, definitely. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make this video short and simple. Just kind of want to give you guys an update on where we're at in the Pick'em League. We're going to go from there. So, that being said, you guys take care, man. Peace out and be safe.